What's up? We went through another breakup,
Why I'm not really surprised about this.
and I actually wasn't planning on making a video about this until I got in a big Twitter war with Billie and her friend Ayala. Ayala being a person who told Sarah some time ago that she would stand by Billie even if she knew Billie was wrong. Some people would call that a good friend, other people would call that a fraud or a liar.
I guess that description suits every fan of yours, but yeah, go on.
Depends on who you ask. Anyway, first off, let's check out the penalties for marijuana use in the state of Virginia. If you have a half ounce up to 5 pounds, you could spend up to 10 years in prison. Okay, so logically, you probably wouldn't want to date anyone who uses marijuana, considering in the state of Virginia, they could get thrown in jail for a very long time.
So logically, here's what you do. You break up with them, you move on and shut the fuck up about it. Try that.
So now you may understand why I personally dumped Billie for committing a crime in the state of Virginia. Here's the contract I proposed. I said, hey, beautiful people, here's our contract we all agree to. 1,
If you need a contract in a relationship to trust your partner, well, you shouldn't be in a relationship in the first place.
again, this was definitely not the first offense. She had done many things prior. That the only way we would take her back is if she would avoid illegal drug users for a year, with the exception of holidays. Now, Billie and Ayala will rephrase that and say, oh, I tried to keep her from seeing her family. And that's because a good portion of Billie's family members are legal drug users.
No, Greg, we didn't assume that you meant that. You did mean that. Regardless of the fact your family uses weed or whatever, you still wanted her away from them because of that. So you can trust her. Which is ridiculous, since if you can't trust someone again, you can always break up with them. Just a fucking simple solution.
Let me tell you how set Billie's life was before she smoked everything away. I made it very clear to Billie that I was going to buy her a car. Despite her almost being 20, she still doesn't know how to drive, so I was going to teach her how to drive. I was going to pay for her cosmetology school. I was going to pay to fix her teeth.
This is why you should not accept any shit from Onision. I mean, he will never let it go. I was literally the whole fucking 5 minutes just speaking about this shit. Like, we get it, you wanted to do some shit for her to help her, as long as she acts like your slave.
Her for quite a few months to do some work for me. It amounted to almost $10,000, and you know what she did with that money? She spent it on makeup, gas, and weed. Is that a good decision maker?
No, I wouldn't say that she's a good decision maker since she dated you, but everyone can change, so yeah, you have that. And why are you so surprised? She's literally 20 years old. If you can't, handle these people who are still young, we can always find someone your age.
If she was here in Washington State and she was 21, it's not really any of my business whether or not she gets high. I even offered for her to get high in a separate building of ours, as it would be legal, so clearly no one be negatively impacted and wouldn't hurt anyone. That is how actually chill I am with legal marijuana. Now, Billie is super attractive. If they switched bodies, we would dump Ayala way faster. Shit, I just got too real. But guess what? You guys are just the same. When you see a burn victim, you don't think, gee whiz, I wonder if they have a great personality. Maybe I should ask them on a date. No. You think that about a hot chick who walks in the room. You go, wow, they're beautiful. I want to ask them on a date.
Do I really need to comment on this? Do I really need to?
About me asking Billie to get a fake tan, dye her hair green, and shave off her eyebrows. That's right, I asked people to do some crazy shit in relationships to prove that they actually care. And she's talking about another.
I had to skip a lot of the video because it was that repetitive. He kept repeating the same points again and again and again. Anyway, what he's trying to say here is that he asked people to do some fucked up shit to prove their loyalty to him. But you see, if you don't trust people again, you should dump them. And if you never loved her, as you just admitted during this video, saying that you only returned asking her to be with you because she's pretty, then you shouldn't even fucking make this video and complain about it. I don't see the point. But the most fucked up thing, that he actually asked her to be chained up in his basement for a week, and he mocked social reports for having a weird fetish when he has a worse one. I call that hypocrisy. Onision continues to manipulate the whole truth for his own benefit, obviously. He tells the truth, yeah, but he doesn't tell it fully, to be honest. He covers up what he wants to cover up, or at least he says it in a way that makes him seem completely innocent. For example, worrying to twist it, justifying it, and people actually fall for that, which is quite beautiful. Anyway, he speaks shit, exposing a lot of shit about her, which he shouldn't have. He'd done it, I guess, on Twitter under the video too. And he claims that it's justified because she spoke shit as well, exposing him and his wife. Well, the things that she done is nothing compared to the things that he done, and I hope he gets treatment. That's all for me.